What's up guys, GFA from Blue Rising Gaming here, bringing you top 10 tips of the new pre-alpha version of The Forest that just came out a day or two ago. Basically this is, you've got to bear in mind, obviously it's pre-alpha. It says here the public alpha comes out in 14 days. There are going to be bugs and things that don't quite work. For example, you can't save your game yet, etc., which is kind of frustrating, but it's still a really good game and it looks absolutely, I mean, it looks amazing. Anyways, let's get on with the tips. Where the fuck out? Oh my god. Well, that sure was eventful. Didn't see her on the plane before we crashed. Right. Okay, so let's start with number 10. For number 10, my best advice is salvage the fuck out of this plane. I'm talking, you're not ever going to come back here, so the whole area around the plane and everything sort of inside, as you can see, pick everything up, because you can use pretty much any of it to your advantage later on, and obviously in the meantime to fill up your hunger and get your health back, as you can see at the bottom right. So the best thing to do is eat, drink, that, just everything you can get your hands on, just run through here and get all of it. Molotovs you can make out of the bottles of alcohol, etc., with some rags, things like that. So you want to get as much as you can before you leave the plane. She is really dead. Okay, so my tip number 9 would be make sure you have food at all times. I'm talking, you know, you see a rabbit, you see anything, you make sure you have food, because the worst thing you can do is forget about it. If you see at the bottom right, you see in the middle, that's your stomach, but that means obviously how hungry you are. I thought it was your lungs when I first played this game for some fucking reason. I'm an idiot. So basically you really want to make sure that that stomach is not always full, obviously, but don't ever let it run out, because you will start getting a little X coming up and you'll start running out of stamina a lot quicker and you'll start to die. And obviously you don't want to starve to death, because, you know, shit can get real. So just make sure you always have food and you always keep your hunger up and full, and make sure your character's never hungry, because otherwise you go and die. Okay, so my tip number 8 would be to hoard loot. Oh my god, that scared the dicks off me. Put that away. My advice would be hoard as much loot. You see anything you can pick up, as long as you can fit it in your inventory, pick it up, because you never know when you're going to need it, especially with the crafting system on this. You want to pick up everything you can. I'm talking, you know, rocks, just go mental with the rocks, even if you can't pick them up anymore because you run out of space. You want to get as much as you possibly can. I'm talking leaves, fucking more leaves. I want all these fucking leaves. Give me more. You know, get some rocks up in here. Even though you can't actually carry out that many rocks. These metal components right here. Just everything you can. So that's tip number 8. Is just hoard loot. Get as much as you can when you can, and don't forget to just loot everything you can. Oh shit. Okay guys, so tip number 7 is while you're still at the plane, loot as many of these suitcases as you can. All you got to do is give them a bit of a whack and they'll open up. You want to take everything and anything you can from those suitcases. Reason being is because you never know what you're going to find in them, to be honest with you. Sometimes you get food, sometimes you get some clothes or armour. Because you can actually put the clothes on and it actually comes up as armour. So literally, you see a suitcase, just go give it a little bit of a whack, like break it open, You never know what you're going to find. Sometimes some of them give you tennis balls, which I believe could be used to distract the dumb motherfuckers that are the cannibals on this. Although every time I've tried it, they sort of look at it, then look back at me like I'm some kind of idiot, and then run at me and just, you know, slice me up good. Game is so atmospherical. Tip number 6. Don't go out at night. If you can help it, don't go into the jungle at night, because you never know what you're going to find. I mean, nighttime, I don't believe they're more active at night. I don't believe it's sort of like Minecraft style where they come out more at night, although, you know, it makes sense. But the reason I say don't go out at night is you can't see your dick in front of your face. You can, I mean, you'd be walking along through that forest and you're going to get absolutely smashed up. You're going to get jumped down from a tree. You're going to just walk straight into a group of them, especially with this little pussy lighter that you have when you first start. I mean, it shows you about a metre in front of you, not even that, maybe like half a metre. Okay, my tip number 5 would be, guys, make sure you always keep an eye on trees. And when I say that, I don't mean obviously the ones you're going to cut down. I'm talking about the top of trees and things like that as you're walking through a forest. Keep an eye on the trees at all times. Sounds really stupid, but the reason is the cannibals love to climb trees. They're little tree huggers. So they'll climb up there and they'll sit up there all day fucking long. And what you'll do is you'll be walking through the forest, minding your own business, and one of those little bastards will just jump out and start absolutely beating the shit out of you with their gammy claws. So you got to remember, just keep an eye on trees, because you don't want to be jumped when you're walking through the forest minding your own business, just trying to find like a little place to live, and one of those little bastards jumps down and absolutely starts eating you alive. So my advice would be, as I said, tip number 5, keep an eye on the trees at all times. Make sure there's nothing above you, make sure they're not hanging down from a freaking branch doing acrobatics and shit, because they will jump on you and they will murder you. Come on, you little shitbags. So here comes a strafe and fight. Oh, I didn't get a chance to fucking... Go on. Damn it. He's got one hit. Ah. Jesus, what the... Jesus Christ! It would have been good if I used a Molotov in that fight, wouldn't it? Ugh. Ow! Ah! Fuck me! Jesus Christ! What did I do? Medicine! Medicine! Eat medicine! Am I dead? Go watch this bullshit again. Fuck you, Timmy! What are you bobbing your head for, huh? What is that? That is their camp. There's a camp. Never seen that before. Let's go burn it to the ground. As you saw, whilst I was trying to get some footage of... The fuck was that? That was some next generation shit. Oh. Hello there. Ah, was I Oh, there's more than one of them. Was I intruding on your house? I do apologize. I'll be leaving now. I'm outnumbered. For Agatha! Just strafe and swing, strafe and swing. This is why you strafe and swing, because they cannot hit you back. So this is tip number 3. Strafe, strafe, strafe. Keep moving. Never stand. Double tap that bitch. Double tap that bitch. Double tap that bitch. Double tap that bitch. Yeah, she's dead now. And they all backed off. because I'm a badass. That was tip 3 and 4 for you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it somewhat informative. Oh my god! This is gang rape! I need my rape whistle. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, ow! You fucking little titty bitchin' slut. Okay, so tip number 2 would be avoid fights at all costs. If you can avoid a fight, then avoid it. Don't bother getting into a fight that you know you're not going to be able to handle. For example, I just saw those 6 guys run past me. I'm not going to want to fight them. So if you get the chance, whether you crouch behind rocks, crouch in the foliage, whatever you can do to make sure you don't get into a fight, do it. Because there's no need to get yourself all killed, because you're probably going to die if you get into a fight. And there's no need to get yourself all mashed up and killed if you can avoid it. So if you can avoid it, try to. Obviously you can't always avoid a fight. It's not always the ideal situation. Oh, tits. Okay, so tip number 1, which is the most important tip in the game, in my personal opinion. Always build. Always build in an open area. Now, it sounds stupid because you think, oh, but if I'm in a forest, I'm enclosed, I'm hidden. No. Just no. They patrol every inch of this map on a regular basis. They'll just be walking along with their junk swinging, just constantly making sure that you're not, you know, well, trying to find you, I guess. They just patrol. Oh. How sad. They will patrol as much of the forest as they can on a regular basis. So you'll have patrols coming round, and you really don't want to be caught with your pants down in the middle of the forest. You know, it's just not where you want to be. Because if you're in the middle of the forest, they can come around any direction, any way. They can just run through the trees. They can grab you. They can, you know what I mean? You can, it's hard to spot them coming from a distance. You can't really prepare. So, for example, I'm going to build my little shelter somewhere. I think I'm going to build it probably around here, and I want to be able to look out onto the ocean. So, you know, I'm near water source. I'm near the forest just behind me. I've only got one direction to look, because obviously I can concentrate all my attention. They're not going to come from behind me through the water. So you put the water to your back, and you can see if, I mean, the only disadvantage I've got is that little crest here. But if I go and stand over here, I can put a torch up here. You know, I can pretty much see any of them coming from the forest, from down the beach, or from this direction. So this is a nice place to build, and it also will save my life many times. It will stop them coming up behind me when I don't expect it. It will stop them coming up behind me when I don't expect it, and in that respect, it will stop me being surprised, because at least I know when they're coming, where they're coming from, how many there are. You know pretty much everything about the attack that's coming for you. So yeah, that's tip number 1. It's probably the most important tip. Build in an open area. Don't think you're Bear Grylls by going and building in the forest next to a tree, thinking, oh yeah, I'll survive here because there's a food source. Nah. There's enough food source around, especially in the ocean when you get a little spear, that you can go and just you know, you can go and spear some fish in the ocean or whatever, or maybe get one of those freaking starfish. But it's the only way to really be safe. It's the only way to be sure, really, because if you're out in the open, you ain't gonna survive very long. So this is the forest. It is an absolute brilliant game, despite some of the crap I was complaining about. It really is amazing. By the way, if you ever get into this cave, there is a flare gun over here, I believe. You can always come and get and have a bit of fun within this corner. So you walk around the edge of the room until you find these big, I can't remember what they're called, dildo looking things. I can't remember what their actual name was. They're like scythes or something. But you come in here and you'll find a newspaper with a head or two, and you also find a flare gun, which is about as useless as you'd think, to be honest, because you can't aim up. I hope you learned a few things in the video. I hope it really helped you in some way, shape or form. I hope the tips that I portrayed in the video were helpful, and that they'll help you survive longer in the forest, because it is a hard game to survive, to be honest with you. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was informative. I hope it was enjoyable to watch, and I hope it helps you survive. So thanks for watching. We'll probably do a series on this when multiplayer gets released, obviously, because we like playing together rather than on our own. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and catch you in the next video. See you later, guys. Bang, 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 you're dead. Pow, 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 pow. Are you not entertained? Fucking got a foot. I'm gonna beat a boyfriend up with his foot. Jesus Christ! Ah, how about these cheesy feet all up in your grill? Do you like your girlfriend's feet? She painted them just for you. Got your toes up your fucking nostril. Tip number 4. Double tap that slot. Yeah. Oh, baby. How you doing?